All right, so it turns out that the GWW report was correct, and we are getting a new Batman game reveal on August 22nd. If you remember, I made a video on this report, which suggested that there was going to be a new Batman game reveal on August 22nd at this event called DC FanDome. And it turns out it is true, it's real, and WB announced it today. So they write on their website, "Welcome to Daily Star, your home for all the latest news and info about the DC FanDome, a free global 24-hour virtual convention taking place on August 22nd. In the weeks between now and then, we'll also feature exclusive articles covering all facets of DC fandom, from games, TV, movies, and of course, comics. You can find links to some of the most recent videos in the carousel below. So get comfortable, have a look around, and be sure to check back on all the top things in DC fandom." The epicenter of the DC FanDome is in the Hall of Heroes, where you can experience special programming, panels, and content reveals with a wide variety of films, TV series, and games, available in several languages, including blah, 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 blah. From there, navigate deeper into the DC Multiverse, exploring 5 additional satellite worlds, each within its own localized content and unique activities, and one world fully devoted to our younger fans. Okay, so this is very interesting. I don't know exactly how this is going to work or how virtual it's going to be. It says it's a global experience, and, it sounds very interesting. I'll give them this. They turned a negative into a positive. This is something that we all can look forward to. It's on a Saturday, so no one will be working or anything, hopefully, and it's going to be very interesting. PlayStationLifestyle.net reports, in the wake of event cancellations across multiple industries, DC Entertainment has announced plans to host a DC FanDome event experience this summer. Touted as a mega 24-hour immersive virtual fan experience, DC FanDome will offer free access to talent gatherings, announcements, and content reveals on August 22nd. Naturally, the publisher will have news related to comics, films, and its varied TV shows to showcase. However, fans of WB Games are apparently in for quite the treat, too. A press release via DC Comics' official page noted that the event on August 22nd will unleash new announcements from WB Games. As of writing, there's no word on what these announcements may entail. So, of course, they were planning to reveal 3 games at E3. Rocksteady DC, WB Montreal Batman, and Harry Potter. We are not going to see Harry Potter here because Harry Potter is not DC Comics. But nonetheless, it is still interesting, and there is reason to believe we're going to get Rocksteady's game as well. It's a given that we're going to get the new Batman game. But I didn't really think at first we were going to get Rocksteady, but given that they were going to announce it at E3, of course, the trailer's already ready to go, and they probably will show it. They're going to make this a big thing, and they're trying to revive the DCU. They're trying to build hype for HBO Max. HBO Max is struggling right now. The DC Universe streaming service is struggling. DC is not in a good place. So this is their attempt at reviving the DCEU, reviving DC film as AT&T is going bankrupt. And that entails pushing out these games and getting fans excited for these games that will make billions of dollars. That's why even amidst the drama of it potentially being sold, they're still going full steam ahead with these announcements and this event on August 22nd. Even in the event of a buyout, given that they already announced it, they can't backtrack on it now. They can't just cancel this event. And as a result, it is happening, and the new Batman game will be revealed here. And the press release from DC Games confirmed we're going to be getting new game announcements at the event on August 22nd. It says here, the wait for WB Games' long-rumored Batman title counts as one major possibility, though arguably the same holds true for whatever Rocksteady's been hard at work on for several years. Speculation concerning an RPG based on Harry Potter suggests WB Games may soon be ready to unveil something in this regard, too. Rumor has it that WB Games intended to host its own E3 conference this year. If true, the event's cancellation undoubtedly threw a wrench into the publisher's plans. It seems DC FanDome will provide WB with another opportunity to showcase projects from its interactive division, but it's not clear if the DC FanDome event would only showcase DC games such as Batman. I don't even know why this article wrote that. Obviously, they're not going to show Harry Potter at the DC FanDome event. That's just stupid. I don't know who wrote this article, but you're a dummy. So there's pretty much the deal. There's a lot to be excited about here. There's no doubt about that. So I already know that there are a lot of people that are upset with how I titled this video, most likely. And to me, it's just absurd to title this video with "New Batman game reveal may be happening?" ? Like, what other video games are they going to reveal at this thing? Obviously, they're revealing the new Batman game. That's the entire point of the event to some extent. So yes, we've gotten our hopes up in the past, and yes, we've been let down, but you've got to understand the comparison here. This is DC saying that they're going to be DC game reveals on August 22nd. This is DC confirming this, not, rumor this, rumor that, YouTuber this. This is a totally different situation. It's officially confirmed. What's not officially confirmed is that the Batman game itself will be there, but given that they started teasing these images and logos almost a year ago, of course it's going to be there. Why else do you think that they're having the event? So frankly, I'm not going to play these silly games of like, it's not officially confirmed until the press release is out. Like, we know it's a new Batman game. I already know that. I already know that it's being revealed on August 22nd. So no, I'm not going to play the silly semantic game of like, no, I'm going to put question marks at the end of every title. Like, no, that's just stupid. I'm not doing that. So yes, the new Batman game will be there on August 22nd, and I'll bet you $1 million. Okay, I mean, I can't be 100% sure because I'm not in charge of the reveal, so I can't say if they pull it at the last minute. I know that it's planned to be there, and I know that they're making a Batman game, and I know that it's 99+% likely that it'll be there. We're also going to be talking a lot about DC TV. They're going to be talking about DC movies. Most notably, they're going to be talking about the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut comes out in 2021. The new Batman movie comes out in 2021, even with the delay. So we're looking at a new Batman game, a new Batman movie, the Snyder Cut, and other DC movies, Wonder Woman 84, and other Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad 2, because I think they're calling it the Suicide Squad or something, but whatever. The new Suicide Squad movie comes out next year. So this is really a turning point. I mean, literally, we're getting a Batman movie. We're getting a Justice League movie. Obviously, we've already gotten it, but the extended cut and with the actual director. And we're getting a Suicide Squad film in the same year, along with the new Batman game, which rivals even 2016. I mean, the most hype moment that I can remember is that 2015 to 2016 window where we got Batman Arkham Knight in 2015, we got BVS, Suicide Squad in 2016, we got Injustice 2 in 2017, and other DC films in 2017. That was really 2015 to 2017, I think, is when, you know, my job on here was the most fun and when everyone was the most excited about what we were talking about. And we're approaching another year where it's going to be the same thing with a new Batman game, a new Batman movie, Rocksteady Suicide Squad game, Suicide Squad movie, and, you know, even more than that, we have a Wonder Woman film, we have Shazam 2 coming down the pipeline, so a lot is coming, and then that's all in addition to the Justice League cut of the film from Zack Snyder. So frankly, I'm elated with all of this. I'm elated with the direction that DC is going because AT&T, this is just kicking their ass into high gear because they're talking about selling, they're going bankrupt. And, you know, of course, that's not good. And I don't want anyone to go bankrupt or for people's stocks to get hurt or for employees to get laid off, most notably. I mean, all those things are terrible outcomes. But, you know, as I said, and continue to remain optimistic that this could turn out to be a positive thing because this is just putting pressure on AT&T to realize the potential that they have with these properties. And it's not milking to release a new DC game every year. It's actually just giving us what we want. That's what we already want. We don't want to go 5 years without a Batman game. We don't want to go 5 years without a game from Rocksteady or a AAA DC game altogether. You know, Injustice 2 is a AAA game, but below that, you know, Batman Telltale, these are nice experiences. We enjoy playing them. We enjoy playing, you know, mobile games from time to time, whatever. But, you know, as a fandom, we really want a AAA DC game every year. That could be Gotham City Imposters. That could be a new Batman game. That could be a Suicide Squad game. That could be Justice League game. It could be whatever. I mean, there's so many different things that you can make, even a Bat Family spin-off game. I would play a game with just Batgirl, Nightwing, and Robin. You know, like a trio dual play type of game, and Batman is, you know, whatever, away on a trip and he's busy, and it's just, you know, a smaller scale story. I mean, that would be so fascinating. The inner character dynamics between those characters, flashbacks into their childhood, especially if they're still 16, 17, something like that. I mean, the possibilities really are endless with games. So we are coming at an interesting point where you do not make money, Warner Brothers, in case you're not aware, unless you publish games or release movies or do these things. That's how you make money as a brand in the entertainment industry. You haven't done that for many, many years, and you're going bankrupt, and now you're feeling that pressure. And ultimately, it's going to be a positive thing for the fans. This financial pressure is going to be a good thing for us because we are going to get more content, more investment than ever before because that pressure is a little bit more tangible right now. Their biggest thing is creating cash flow, getting out of debt, and that means that they're going to be publishing more games, more movies, investing more into HBO Max, more into the DC brand, because frankly, they spent so much money on it, they can't abandon it at this point. And that's really a good thing for us. I mean, once again. So I cannot wait to see what comes of this, and I'm so thrilled for this event. You know, we're not only going to be getting DC video games, but also, you know, The Flash, Lucifer, Watchmen, you know, other games. And the most interesting aspect, once again, to me is thinking about, well, will we get Rocksteady and WB Games? Montreal, I think that we will. That is my anticipation. And especially given that we're getting a new Batman game and a new a new Batman movie and a new Suicide Squad movie in 2021, that is probably when they're targeting release for the Rocksteady game and also for the Batman game. Might even potentially release it as like video game movies, and even though they are not fully based off the plot of one another and are quite, different from one another. They might be basing it pretty heavily off of the films that they're producing in this second wave of the DCEU. So I have no idea what they have in store specifically. And, we have general specifics of what the new Batman game is. I do not think it will be a game movie that is based off of, the Matt Reeves trilogy like we saw with the Batman Begins video game. So I wouldn't worry about that. But I do think that they're strategically trying to market these things because they know when a Batman movie is coming out, that is when people are going to be excited about Batman video games. Although, if I'm being honest, this new Batman movie does not look like the type of thing where people are going to be overly excited about it in the way that they were for the Dark Knight, let's say, where you have this fantastic Joker performance, and when you have a Batman in his prime, I think that this is more noir, more low-key, more thriller detective story, which is not going to sell as many action video games to kids. That's typically when you would try this marketing push, and I think that worked very well for The Dark Knight and Arkham Asylum because The Dark Knight was such a captivating film. It converted so many people and revived the fandom of Batman. And then going into 2019 with the release of Arkham Asylum, that momentum was huge for them. For me personally, that's exactly what happened. I literally saw The Dark Knight, I loved it, and then I had this renewed passion for Batman. I'd read his comics many years ago, but then I started getting into, the comics again, and I started also playing Batman Arkham Asylum because I love the character of Batman from the 2008 film. I genuinely do not believe the pull for this film is going to be as high because, as I said, there's no cool gadgets on the Batmobile. There's no, it's a very, very cut and dry, bare bones Batman film. It's very, character driven, very noir, very thriller detective. And, it's just not going to have the same marketing pull as The Dark Knight. I can pretty much guarantee you that. That's not to say that I disagree with releasing the film in 2021. I just don't know if I would emphasize tying the game to the movie. In other words, if the game is ready, I wouldn't wait for it, WB. I really wouldn't. I would not wait until October. If you release this game in Q1 and the new Batman movie comes out in Q3, that's still going to work out well for you. This game will still be $40 by then. And I just wouldn't rely too much on this movie because I don't know if it's going to land in the way that you think it will, especially with the DCEU trajectory is going quickly downhill, especially as it pertains to box office performance. I mean, it's a Batman movie. I'm sure you guys are going to do great marketing it, and I'm sure it's going to make over $1 billion. But I really don't see that film being too much of a force of pushing the sales for that game. Same way that Batman Begins was not really a great pusher of the game that came around that time. I mean, The Dark Knight really was something totally different on a whole nother level when it came to drawing sales and drawing interest into the Batman character, much more so than Batman Begins was. Okay, guys, I think I'll end it there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. That is my coverage of the DC FanDome event. Of course, it's on Saturday. It's a 24-hour event. I will be streaming the entire event, probably doing a marathon stream or something crazy like that. So I can't wait for that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Slick Monf. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.